Folks, sometimes it's okay to be silent. We ain't got to have an opinion about everything. You know that? I mean, Job's 3 friends showed up and ran their mouth, and when they all got said and done, God said, ain't none of you know what you're talking about. And so sometimes it's okay just to sit back and be quiet. You know, the Bible has a lot to say about the silence of a wise man. Silence is wisdom. Amen? And everybody today's got an opinion. They'll tell you in one side of their mouth, well, I don't read the Bible like I should, but here's what I think we should do. Yeah. Really? Amen. But Genesis chapter 1. Tonight we're going to look at the text of Genesis chapter 1. And last week we looked at light and darkness. The Bible doesn't begin that way for no reason. Amen. God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Those two things are still separated today. Amen. And the Bible doesn't begin like this for no reason. You today live in a world of light and darkness. There are people who cannot see, and there are those who can. There are people who cannot comprehend the light, and there are those who can. John said over in 1 John, and I know it's 1 John, but it's a dispensational truth. The Bible begins this way. John says, this then is the message which we have heard of Him, that God is light and in Him is no darkness at all. If we say we have fellowship with Him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. Amen? That is a true statement. David said, the entrance of thy words giveth light. Amen? And this is a true statement from Genesis to Revelation. A man in fellowship with God, Jesus Christ said, he that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Paul talked about us shining forth as lights, didn't he? Amen. Paul said over in Ephesians 5, chapter 5, verse 13, he says, whatsoever doth make manifest is light. So what does light do? Light reveals. It makes things known. Yeah. When John says if we say we have fellowship with Him and walk in darkness, he's not talking about your personal conduct like so many people want to make it. John is simply saying if you claim to have fellowship with God and you're still just as confused and ignorant about as you were 30 to 40 years ago, you're a liar. Amen? God gave this book to destroy the darkness of Lucifer. Yeah. He gave this book to rebuke darkness in this world, to correct error, to instruct folly, to give wisdom to a fool. That's why He gave His word. And Paul says that light makes manifest. He says, wherefore, awake thou that sleepest, arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. Amen. Amen?